Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights of today's LCP 2025 matchup.
Going to be looking for a dive.
Wow.
The Ward not quite spotting they do know now.
Really well played in terms of that vision. Resh trying to find a way to contest here. He's going to be grounded, and Kiaya's actually tanking up. Will be able to get out of the tower. And there's eventually going to be that kill going over. Levi finding it. I thought for a second there maybe Resh had done enough.
And if the collapse happens here, I don't know that Levi is going to be able to offer all that much, especially with Kaiwing pushing in.
Just looking for the flash. It's not going to get it. Levi even not finding a very successful spell shield at all. Kaiwing trying to find his way onto him. Does have flash, but it's now Elio that's going to be under the pressure of the CFO jungle and 80 carry. Flash over the wall as Hook will connect, and Levi should just be going down. The route is good, and Junja finds one back. CFO on the board. Smile onto the dragon. That's Junja's next check. I mean, it is absolutely greedy. You got the Gromp. What did it cost you? Everything. You know, the classic tale. Junja going to be able to secure himself the dragon, but with the mid lane collapse, it's going to be for the Void Grubs. Ares going to use that between worlds, gets him out of harm's way. Can Junja find himself another kill here? Flash available on Aurora does suggest to me it shouldn't be possible, but a lot of damage coming through. Root also going to connect, and Ares maybe being a little bit greedy, but Junja taking a lot of damage back. Maybe he's the one in trouble. There's no passive proc onto the Zyra, so we'll be okay. And Levi now going to be able to get back. That's going to claim himself his second objective of the game in these Void Grubs. Dragon spawning soon. Maybe going to be able to look for that, but with the bot lane committed up here, I suppose it should go to Levi.
Junja's there as well, so they are going to look to take out this poor Poppy.
They will get Junja out, but he manages to get everything off. Poppy is just completely dead. Giving it over to Rest 2. Going to be very good. You love the gold on the Ambessa. And Junja lands everything, then gets yeeted away. Didn't need him anymore anyway. All abilities were down. Hook lands. Are we able to find the kill? The True Shot Barrage. So much damage. The auto. No, one more. And Doggo does manage to find it.
Yeah, that is just that could have been disastrous, but gets it done in the end. And all of a sudden, Artemis finds himself alone. And Bessa, look, if the public execution was online, I think Artemis is just dead to rights there.
Yeah. But knowing it isn't, able to play a little bit more aggressively, and Honkyu, while he peers his head down towards that dragon, quickly realizes that, hey, I'm 1v2 here, and turns back, goes back to...
Right now, they want to force the issue. They want to start something up. Paranoia does go out. All they're going to find is Kaiwing.
Going to find Kaiwing. They might be able to take him out, and almost certainly will, but Junja gets everything he needs, and doesn't really feel that bad for CFO that all of that was committed just for the Nautilus. I mean, the fact that Nautilus has only died once at this stage of the game is, you know, you're not feeling that bad. A lot committed.
A lot of posturing around the map at the moment. A lot of, again, these early skirmishes. 14-minute mark upon us. Don't think we've quite done enough for the Ruinous Artican, unfortunately. Teleport, this could be a death sentence.
Kiaya being the one to teleport down here, so Resh is going to be completely alone up on the top side. All the damage, flash away from Kaiwing. Should be completely fine. The Keeper's Verdict, of course, was already used, and found his mark once again onto Junja. Levi again has remained ahead in farm. So we'll be changing as Junja's getting flashed on, and oh no, the flash away, and Levi does match it. It should just be this Zyra getting taken out. He finds a lot of damage. Able to maybe turn it. He's going to make it out. No, the flash forward from Elio will be able to secure the kill back as Honkyu flashes and secures himself 1-2. Now there's so many low health bars. Doggo, if he can land one Mystic Shot, will be able to take down Levi, but not able to do it. Actually just going for Artemis. Misses the Essence Fluxo, and Artemis should have the damage. Doggo gets out, but it's the red buff from Levi as he turns around and finds his way back in. That will secure the deal. Out he'll go. He's so trying far away, and the Artican's so hard to do at, you know, on the spawn, especially against a champ like Zyra. I think all CFO need to do is wait, you know, the next 3 minutes out. They'll have both of those Mirror Manas online for the Corki, for the Ezreal, and at that point, they should feel strong enough to contest any fight. In the video, we found our way onto Honkyu, who still has Valkyrie available, or maybe used it off screen. Anyway, he does get found, doesn't use the Valkyrie, at least what we saw, and it is just another pick found from GAM. Objectives on the map aren't really there, so should just be the gold given over.
And Rest going for it. They've got a pretty decent, take on the dragon. It's not the fastest. Ideally, you get the ADCs, but GAM take it as an opportunity to go for Artican. They're going to be spotted though.
Yeah, they're going to, raid mechanics again. As soon as the screen comes down, it's just going to walk out of that circle. CFO, though, they aren't willing to just give it over. Teleport coming through. Where is Resh coming in? Just with his jungler. Flash away. Actually, flash in does Kaiwing.
Oh,
That's going to be one shot. Ari's just shut down, and it's Honku that picks it up. Yes, at least they were able to pick themselves up this Artican, but importantly, Aris does go down before it even comes through. Grounded now will be Rest. He is tanky, but is he tanky enough? No, that's another kill found as a keeper's verdict. We'll be sending everyone back to base. It's Doggo trying to do as he might, but it might not be enough. Is Elio able to get back onto him, knock him up? A double kill for Levi. That's one more withdraw at least, but still. A massive team fight for GAM on the back of the Artican means, while it started off terribly and their mid lane does get shut down, they still end up winning.
If need be, but that is a lot of confidence for a Poppy.
Yeah, definitely. Revive still available for the majority here of the GAM team as Kaiwing will be hit on out of there. Levi coming in, but very, very far forward as Rest trying to do as he can to help out the rest of the team. Elia's going to go down. That's an actual kill. Kaya getting very low as Honku constantly going forward. The headbutt will not be landing into that wall as Kaya knows he's just dead. May as well make it quick. Goes back to his fountain immediately though, and the tempo is still pretty decent for the side of GAM. The most amazing understanding of vision. Like you saw early on when we went for that top dive, you saw it there. There was vision around, there was vision in the river, but 3 of them managing to find their way into the pit to secure that Baron without being spotted is just an incredibly well done piece of macro.
Dragons up, soul point available. Honkyu a little bit out of position here. Rest goes in, that's rough.
Yeah, that's not a great place to be. And it's also a fantastic keeper's verdict. Levi getting low and Rest does manage to flash his way out, but Honku still doing so much damage. Kai's trying to turn around and do more. Doggo as well. There's so much damage coming through. The flash for Ezreal, landing every Q. One more will do the job. There it is. And Honku as well, going to leave Kaya on the most minuscule number of health. And while Baron was great for GAM, the fight goes the way of CFO.
Yeah, look, I think they didn't have the clearance they needed to onto Honkyu, and we'll get the replay in just a second, but he was allowed to just sit in the wings, pump out that damage, and given his current state in his build, he is hitting very, very hard. It's going to result in the tier 2 mid lane tower going down to GAM, which opens up the map once again. Soul points.
CFO have had the best of GAM most of the game through. Looking now onto Kaya, everything being committed onto him. He's very, very tanky, but he's rooted up. He hasn't moved in the last century and a half, and this Poppy should be going down. It is just a Yordle with a hammer, but that Yordle with a hammer should be returned to the Nexus, and my God, was she hard to kill.
Yeah, look, it's a Poppy that and draw the attention. We've seen how long it takes for them as a 5-stack to kill the Poppy, and if it does enable areas in Artemis to just go to town, CFO, yeah, could really, really fumble this opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely not out of the game. Long story short, yet our GAM, it is a minuscule lead in terms of gold. And hold on, Honku might be in a bit of trouble here. Does manage to get the Valkyrie over the wall and somehow creates enough distance that the tether will be stopped. Levi now being looked at the flash. They do find Honku. Is Honku going to be able to live? No, he won't. Shutdown does come over to Ares, who's trying to get on out of there. Doggo, though, should have the Arcane Shift available. I was doing a good job of dodging! Junior burning, but I think he's just got enough to stay alive. Still, CFO once again started up. It's the Elder Dragon, though. Artemis and the rest of GAM going down there. Is there any way for CFO to try and get their cake and eat it too, or is it just going to be a trading of objectives?
Potentially. 42 minutes, actually, is the longest game, so we are rapidly approaching that. We should make that.
Yeah, we've got that.
Baron is going to go down first, but it is just going to be a trade. They sent out the True Shot Barrage a little bit too early. So Baron for Elder, I think that works much better for GAM, if I'm being honest, because they are looking for a scrappy fight, and that Execute really just throws a spanner in the works for CFO.
For sure. It is hard for them to find a fight, but CFO are realizing what's on the line here, not willing to be the person to lose their team the game, and so are trying to be as risk-adverse as possible. It's going to be the top inner going down in favor of CFO now.
There's a chance this is the longest game.
Yeah, absolutely. Both objectives will be spawning at the same time, but CFO, now that they are off the map, feels very confident in just walking down and taking this tower in the face of GAM. Very low this tower now will be, as Doggo will put the finalizing touches on it. Keep in mind, though, we see on your screen there, this 5v5 fight. Keep in mind that Levi did just lose the ult, but so did the flash, rather, and so did Rest. Immediate team fight power, I do believe, will favor GAM in terms of that exchange. Because generally, you know, the flash is less important than an ultimate. More punishable later on, however. This Dragon now down to half HP. Somehow Levi needs to find a way in the pit. Of course, there is always going to be paranoia available, but they lose vision. That's really good vision cut. In comes everyone as a pop blossom onto 3 people. And Doggo's trying to do the damage. He does go golden. Levi really being a menace in the back. Gets the blast cone out. Doggo's trying to find the damage. Rest gets out on such a minuscule amount of HP to it. So does Kaiwing. And Judge is still wailing away with those plants. So many low health bars. But Doggo, he's able to get away from the hit bar. Gets off the wall. Levi 1 HP. The spell shield comes out. And no one has gone down. Everyone is so low on both sides. But CFO ultimately will have the health advantage and should be able to start up the Zelda.
Yeah, I mean, that was the tipping point. GAM had to force something there. It was just chaos upon chaos upon chaos. They couldn't seal the deal. They get the consolation prize realistically, which is that Baron. Because, again, once again, Levi escapes with a sliver of HP, and now they know that these players are with an execution threshold. They're going to get in. They're going to start poking out. Rest is going to look for it.
Rest has ult. It's a nice true shot barrage. In comes the public execution, but he misses. He's not able to find his way in. The stun comes through. Can they find a way in? Kaiwing might just be able to do it. Never have I seen such a menacing Nautilus, but in a position like this, it's GAM getting rounded into the base of CFO. That's not your home. Execution number 1. One more skill shot, and Elio will be going down too. Junji and Rest on the other side, taking down Artemis. The Baron was secured, but not quick enough as CFO joined the fray, and only Levi and RS survive.
That was the game plan there for CFO. They knew that they could play the long game. They knew that they had the damage to force GAM back into their base, and they knew that the win condition from here on out was not the Baron. They knew they were controlling the minion waves, everything. They needed that execution threat out of the Elder, and GAM, desperation play, try and force the Baron. They do get it, but the Elder's already taken. The collapse onto CFO, and the burn, the slow burn, the tick down. CFO are going to look to close it out here. 49 minutes of gameplay. CFO, they're looking for the commit though.
They're trying to get in there, but it's the Elder Dragon. It's a 5v2. There's nothing they can do. RS does survive, but he will not be surviving for much longer. All it takes is the Strangle Thorns, and after, as you said, 49.5 minutes.
This is a 50-minute game.
There's actually
they need the minion wave.
Here we go.
This might just go. Nah, they're not going to let it go that far. 49.5 minutes, officially the longest match of the LCP, as they are just going to get a few seconds extra out of 49-36, and that is still only game 1 of this series.
Absolutely. Feel compelled to pick one or the other. I do think the early game does somewhat favor the side of CFO with exclusion of the bottom lane. But
dive up here. Kia is still level 1, so either has the counter-strike or the jump. There's no both.
Yeah, absolutely. Can he get enough XP to get to that level 2? He's trying to get into that minion wave, but here comes the overheat. He does have the counter-strike available to himself. Driver able to just walk on out. Now they're resetting the tower aggro. There is no counter-strike this time. Ginger as well arriving. 4v1. Kaya, how are you going to navigate this? Going to be the stun coming through. The ignite comes down. The flash from Kaya. The flash out from Kaiwing. But he takes one more shot, and it is traded. It's a 1-for-1, but ultimately it is the first blood, and a lot of minions being lost here for Kaya.
Yeah, I mean, not to mention the plating as well. They've also got the assist into the back pocket of Driver, who's now transitioned himself back up to that top lane. So we are... no, sorry, he isn't. I don't know where he is, but he was getting farmed somewhere. Kaya might just be dead again here, though.
Might have Counter-Strike. I'm not sure. I think he might have used it onto Doggo. No, there it is. Giorgio's going to be able to jump back onto him. The knock-up's there, and someone's getting the kill. It's Doggo. The flash even used to secure it, although... didn't need it as Kaya turned around and jumped on his head, but still. Maybe looking to contest, but it's level 6 versus the level 5 of the Xin. It doesn't feel realistic.
That's ultimate online as well. Levi's going to be coming in with that suppress ready to go. Chains of Corruption just going to be off the mark. Cleanse out, suppressed under the tower. Doggo might be able to run this one out. You can see support is hot and coming. Unfortunately, it's support for GAM.
Yeah, but still, Doggo's trying to turn it around. Oh, no, he's not going to get it. It's the Guardian that comes through. Certainly not the damage. A lot of damage turned around by Doggo, but just too far up, and Levi down there, able to capitalize, pick himself up a kill.
Assist, I think identifying the fact that the Emperor's Divide there makes it a very, very tough challenge for GAM to really contest, especially with the bot lane duo already in position. So it will be handed over. Right now,
wave missed down the bot side for the side of CFO, which, you know, isn't the most substantial thing if it's only happening once, but certainly not something you want to see become a trend. Enchanted Crystal Arrow is going to land onto Doggo, who flashes straight in a line and is going to be eventually found here by Kaya. Hostile takeover, and Doggo hasn't moved in the last year and a half. Maybe able to find a kill though, but the Impale is fantastic. However, unfortunately for Levi, it's on top of an equalizer. Up on the top side though, Kaiwa's going to go down as Aris is going to be able to find that kill. Hongq's in the middle of 3 people, and he does not want to be there as Levi picks him up and delivers him over to the Akali, but the Empress Divide's there. The flash over is going to have to be committed, and Aris will eventually find the kill. Teleport back in, Aris is going to find a way, and somehow it's GAM who at the end of the day pick up a massive team fight win. Everything going so well off the back of Doggo, flashing in a straight line.
There was just some sloppy gameplay there. Yeah, I think the difference being last game you had Israel, Cork in the late game. Kai's going to be caught out again.
Yeah, is he going to go down though? He's looking to turn around. Xenoblade does miss, and so will the Solar Flare thereafter. But Levi, he might just be stuck up. Look at the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. What can it find? The cleanse comes through from Artemis. He's got the bailout available to himself, and he should be able to get it. No, he doesn't even need it. He eventually just finds the kill. 2 people found. Aris trying to get out of there. Junja will be able to match it though, as Hongq trying to find the damage, will be able to do so, and Junja picks up that shutdown. 2 for 2. Trade favoring CFO.
Yeah. GAM, their own worst enemy there. They feel the pressure. CFO step out. Levi says, look, I'll carry on this right now, but Ginger is in position. Smite going down. Yeah, okay, they're just going to concede it. Takes the Scuttle Crab for a Hextech trade. I'm not sure it's the best trade, but at least...
Not feeling too bad.
I mean, we are still waiting to see who takes defeat, and this push down to the bot side is going to give it over to CFO as they take the first tower. So feet secured. Turns, tries to shut it down onto Ares. And then, yeah, he's just sort of sitting there waiting for a target. Aris gets into the bush. He just sort of sit there wondering aimlessly, not quite sure which way to go. But yeah, Kaya might be in a bit of trouble yet.
Yeah, does get away with that leap strike, but still maybe CFO looking for another tower for themselves. Driver going to get that flash away, and Levi's not going to be able to catch up.
Yeah, CFO far less confident it feels than the last game. Atakan as well, 2 minutes away. Earth Drake, 2 minutes also. Rift Herald going to be used tier 2 top lane just to crack out some decent damage and threaten onto Kiaya. Finished off, but half HP onto that tower, followed up with some damage assisted by the Void Grub. So this is, I mean, this is solid threat across the map from CFO in answer.
Yeah, just too many people committed down to that bottom side. Ultimately, yeah, if you got the kill
threat of the two. Yeah, CFO have been playing this very, very well.
Kaya, once again finding himself in a bit of trouble there. Solar Flare comes out, will land with the stun. He's going to get stunned up. Lead Strike even cancelled by the knock-up from Junja. Should be giving this one over to Hongq. Will do so, and that's some much-needed gold onto this Azir. 2-1-1 he is now.
He's frustrated. Kaya is frustrated. He'd see it there in his player camp.
And they're going to lose one tower here on the top side. Probably the least important tower in the entirety of the game is these top lane outers. All they really are is gold. They don't open up the map that much.
Getting the tier 1 outer allows them to take the Drake pretty for free. So an Earth Drake for CFO. I mean, it's going to do bits. It makes Drive that a little bit harder to kill. Same with Junjia.
He does have teleport to get back in there, and Kaiwing positioning aggressively here in the river. Oh, Chain of Corruption going to be used. Mikhail's Crucible is the response, and Doggo going to have to cleanse, but the handshake's good. He gets a really good flash off though, and Elio's 1 HP, but it's not going to matter as Levi does connect with that charge. Junja getting out. Is he just? No, the equalizer's good, but Kaya's better. Oh my god, so much damage, and all of it going in favor of GAM as Hongq, try as he might, will not have what it takes to take out the fight. Oh my lord, it's a quadra kill for Ares.
An absolute wash of a fight from CFO. Execution could be rough for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And look at the score that Ares is currently...
making up most of that gap.
As well as I think it's helped by tower plates and whatnot that you kind of don't get to see. It's very hard to tell. But that is one tower going down. Equalizer available if they do need to use it to clear a wave.
To an engagement here, and the turnaround is so severe for GAM, and Levi is looking for it, and they're just going to send it 4v3 under the tower.
Yeah, handshake will connect, and Doggo's got nowhere to go. This is a massive hostile takeover as Hongq's trying to find the damage, but there's not really anything he can do. Yeah, there's one withdrawal, but he's going to get jumped on now by Kaya. Still, he's able to get out. There's still 3 people up. Can they get one more withdrawal at least? It would be very good, at least. Getting that away from Kaya, not going to be able to do so, and so... all things said and done. Doggo going down, Junja going down. Still only the 1 tower, so CFO can. They do lose that revive passive from the Atakan. So CFO now, you know, if they're able to navigate these fights correctly, could still have a fighting chance. Doggo with 2 items online. Still not really that much to compare to Artemis, who is getting very, very close to picking up that Infinity Edge.
It is, I think, now back up, yeah. Cooldowns have come off, so CFO aren't going to be heavily punished. They will have to concede the Dragon, which gives GAM sole point, and that is just going to make Levi even harder to deal with.
You know, before they pull that trigger, if it does land onto someone like, I guess, Hongq or Doggo, even Driver, things become a lot more certain. Levi now going in. Kaiwing needs to be the target. Will be able to be the one that's picked up. A lot of CC coming down there. Payless at the 3. This is going to have to be a really big Emperor's Divide, and it is. Kaya left alone on the side, but in comes Ares. So much damage from the Zakali. He does get the Sonya's out. Not the best of all time as the Chain of Corruption and the Equalizer placed down, finding the burn, but full HP on the GAM members, and ults down across the rift for the side of CFO. Means this Baron is almost certainly a done deal.
It is at that, I mean, great for CFO to withstand, but they don't have the tools they need to. Elio waiting in the wings, a hostile takeover, looking for it, lands onto multiple.
People gets both the carries, and Iris is in the back line, doesn't have access to that perfect execution, and Driven's going to go down. 4 members still standing, Doggo 1 HP, gonna have to recall. The Baron has been stopped for the time being, but still they're going to be able to come back over. The hostile takeover was good. Ultimate's now down. Perfect execution, though, is the one we have to watch out for. So close to RS having access to that ability once again, and instead CFO going to turn around, head back home, and let this Baron go down.
Rough gig. Being able to turn friendly fire on at a moment's notice makes things very...
Yeah, I think it's the correct item to go here in terms of your pin item, considering the team comp that you're putting together. Kaya is just being left alone with Baron buff up on the top side. Doggo being the one to answer. Can be. Levi looking for the angle, won't be able to find it for the time being. Instead, preferring to look at this Dragon. 6k HP. Shuriken lands on Kaiwing. Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Doggo is going to flash away from it. A lot of damage though. Kaiwing probably just going to go down, flash away. Not going to connect onto really anything as Driver just turning his attention towards this Jax. The entirety of CFO trying to do something. They have to find something for this Dragon, but it might not be enough. Oh, the Emperor's Divide even goes wide. Somehow, though, it is going to be Doggo just surviving. Ares in his shroud. On the top side, though, Driver does go down. A lot of damage. Junjun trying to get Levi into this tower, but look at the damage. It's going to be CFO killing their own. Doggo trying to find something. Hongq the same, but the bailout's good. The double kill coming through. Hongq's living, but now he is no longer, as he does find one, but it's going to be GAM who take game number 2 and extend this to a 3-game series.
CFO has already been proven to bleed once this split, and now GAM say, well, we can make them bleed more. They're going to force CFO into their second 3-game series of this split so far. GAM played this draft phenomenally. The first time the Skarner has found success here in the LCP, and it's done it in a massive way.
Absolutely, Levi being so instrumental in these fights. Yeah, sure, the Akali ended up with a mammoth of a score. It was off the back of the Scorpion. Levi finding every single fight, finding 3-man after 3-man with his Impale, and it was just kind of over. Got to the mid-game, because you can put down that Lamb's Respite, and Galio just also did use Flash there to play aggressively in the pit, of course. So, pretty even trade, all things considered. Hongq does have ult. The Demon Flame going to come in. Does land the Claw as well. And look at the Wombo combo. First blood. Junja going to pick it up. Kaya trying to run for his life to get out of there. Root does come through from Artemis. Should help the rest of his team. Hongq with Flash. Going to use it. Going to get that ult. Keep going. But the Flash response out of Kaya means that nothing more will be found. Still the first Wood Grubs. Not looking like Gama going to be too willing to contest. Maybe look for something down the bot side, flash forward, but Hongq somehow does deny that engage immediately from Alio. Still, it looks like he's getting very, very low. He actually manages to dodge out of the feathers. He's 2v1ing, he's finding a lot of damage. Can he find anything more? That's the Featherstorm going to come out, and Hongq should be going down, but is he able to find the kill first? No, he won't. He will get absolutely every single summoner spell out of the bot lane. After all the 1v1s, Driver eventually is going to claim first tower, and I believe that's also the feat.
That would be indeed, yeah. So,
trying to get themselves really up there, so, you know, okay, the battle for first is only going to be between...
It should be this split, because they're our biggest opponent, but GAM is saying, well, hold on, we're not done yet. We've still got this game to play, worry about us.
Oh, Kaiwing going to pull the trigger, a lot of damage coming down on Levi. Is going to be forced out that Lamb's Respite, and With them getting very low, eventually Doggo flashes on forward, gets that last hit with the double up, but in will come Ares. It's a nice explosive cast. He's going to have to flash away. Headbutts a wall for good measure on the way out, and in will come Ginger. The charm is really good though. Elio trying to do what he can to save his mid laner, and he just stays in for too long. Ginger finds another knock-up, and just like that, from almost nowhere, CFO just locate 3 kills. They've got the rift healed. They get the mid tower, and holy hell did this game just bust open.
Min-maxing. Wow, look at it. He's just drifting it around the map.
Forklift license! This guy absolutely has it.
That is... Yeah, look, he just... Kiai is just a ringing driver right now, chasing him down bot lane while his team could find themselves in a lot of trouble. Elio goes on in, headbutt, bullet time.
Oh, the Demon Fire comes out. There's the Lambert's reply, but one goes down. It's already going to be Ares, and it's so hard to get away from this Rylai Swain. He even gets the hook over the wall. Levi will be able to dash on out, but still, it's just so much damage. Teleport even coming in to driver just for good measure. Not even going to be able to get the kill. Kind of looking a little bit like a clown at the moment, but still, Elio, will he be able to get out? Ginger trying to close the gap. Won't be able to do so. And ultimately, all things said and done, 3 kills.
Soon after, so it is going to be a free inner tower going the way.
Cast out the driver, and certainly around that rift shield allowed for Ginger to get a pretty solid upper hand, being that he forced out.
Yeah, I mean, as an Udi, you want to be in the sidelines. That's really where you want to be, just on the front door of their base. And they're looking to commit all the eggs into the one barrel, which is this bot lane tier 3.
Yeah, the Arakan is up. It's 5v5, but of course no one can go down on the side of CFO. Ults are committed. Kami does flash away. The bullet time's really nice. It's a lot of damage. Honky with the Demon Fire, though. He does get the claw. Elio, though, may be able to just peel for his team for long enough. No, it isn't. Junji's right in the back, and Honkyu is still full on HP. Levi does drop the Lamb's Spike, but no one's going down on the side of CFO, whereas on the other hand, all that remains is the Galio and the Rakan. It's a 2v5 to try and defend game number 3. CFO, it took a long time in game 1, it took a long time for GAM in game 2, but here in game 3 we're 24 minutes in and CFO are trying to put the final touches in.
We've gone from a 49-minute game to a 37 down to what is likely going to be a 24. Hero's entrance for Ares, but what can you do? You're not the Akali, you don't have the execution threat. Double kill to round it out, and CFO deny the reverse sweep.
They absolutely do. They get it done. It takes 3 games. They've been there before. They've done that. Once again, CFO, they've been to 3-game series. They won their